All right, welcome back. We have our favorite diva of DIY joining us, Madeline Boudreau. Good afternoon. Thank you for joining us.
Hey there. Glad to be back. It's Halloween time and we're going to have a party, of course.
I am excited. So the first thing you have for us is a Halloween cheese ball and cocktail, and I'm already hungry.
Right. So, I love to always have cheese ball and crackers. So what I did was I made a classic cheese ball. And it's a very basic recipe. It's cream cheese. It's garden, also add garden cream cheese to it, Hidden Valley powdered mix, a little bit of bell pepper, a little bit of green onion, and you mix it all together with some shredded cheese. And you form it in a ball, and then you place it in the refrigerator, get it nice and firm, and it's covered in cheese. And then you take rubber bands, and you put them around the saran wrap.
Okay.
And when you take it off, well, I'm going to struggle to get it off because now
it's always a challenge with the saran wrap.
And it's a TV thing, right? So when you take it off, the actual cheese ball is going to be shaped like a little pumpkin.
That is so cute.
Okay, so we're just going to take it and we're going to lay it on our little display here, which already has some crackers on it here. But what we have to do with it is to add a little bell pepper stem. That red bell pepper we cut up to put into the cheese ball will be used as the pumpkin.
I love that. I was wondering what you were going to use for the pumpkin top. That is perfect.
Yes, so you can use it for Halloween or Thanksgiving, all during the holidays. And I also found some cute little fall leaf chips at Trader Joe's. Trader Joe's is my favorite. We always like to make a trip there. So you make a nice little autumnish looking little cheese, individual cheese board with a little pumpkin cheese ball.
That is so clever. And I know it's not a Diva of DIY segment if you didn't also have a cocktail.
Well, guess what we do? Okay, so we're going to make it easy. I like to serve autumn cocktails and fall cocktails in little copper mugs and make mules and stuff. But for today, we're going to do a little Satsuma Rum Martini. Okay, so this is Bayou rum. It's locally made. There's a distillery in Lacassine. So all we're going to do is take some crushed ice that I have ready here and pour it in a cute little martini glass. And we're going to top it with some ready-made lemonade. And we're not going to fill it all the way up. We want to leave room for the boozy stuff. Okay, and then we're going to take our Satsuma rum, which is orange, so it'll be festive and fun, and put a good little jigger of that into the top of the martini glass. And what would be a Halloween drink without a floating eyeball?
Oh my gosh, that is perfectly spooky. I love this.
So we have a cute little pumpkin cheese ball, some little fall leaf tortilla chips, and an orange drink with a floating eyeball. We're ready to roll.
We are so ready to roll. And we have one more Halloween segment coming up later. We're learning how to make some poison bottles, so that'll be fun. I can't wait for that.
Yes, yes.
Madeline, thank you. We're going to check back in with you shortly. But guys, stay with us. We'll be right back after this break with a look at your forecast. All right, welcome back. The Diva of DIY has been hanging out with us this afternoon, and it's Halloween, and she's helping us get ready with some easy DIY things. Madeline, what you got for us right now?
Well, now we got to get a little bit spooky, okay?
Yes.
We have these really big liquor bottles
so cool.
that we have made as spooky as possible, so I'm going to give you a little tutorial on that, a little quick show. But I also want to show how I always like to do signage for parties and themed events. And what I like about these type of chalkboard things is you can get this vinyl that's like chalkboard, and it's an adhesive. And so you can change out your party decor for your bar or your table.
That is cute.
I love that tip because we always want a sign on the table.
Absolutely.
Love tablescape.
That is a good
tip.
So to
start off, we're going to start with an empty boozy bottle. Okay, this is just an old bottle of Crown. I have friends with bars and people that like it, and so they save bottles for me, so I always like to repurpose them. So we're going to also collect little trinkets, little Halloween trinkets like from the Dollar Tree or the dollar store. And those you're going to spray paint with a metallic gold. You'll get that ready outside and get all your little trinkets, your little snakes and spiders and skeletons all sprayed before. But if you want to have a large attachment like this big ugly skull, you would have to glue him on with some E6000 first to get it attached. And after you have your skull or your big piece attached, all you're going to do is take some Mod Podge that you can buy at a craft store. It's kind of like glue. And you're going to dab it on the bottle. And you're going to take just plain old white tissue paper. And you're going to attach it where you've spread the glue. And you paint over it. And it creates that kind of spooky crinkled effect. Mm-hmm. So you get that all on there, and you cover the bottle completely, and then you let it dry, of course. And once it's good and dry, you're going to take it and spray paint it with just some flat black spray paint. And that's going to give it a dark background. After the spray paint has dried, you're going to take some metallic acrylic paint, you know, just little craft paint, put it in a plate, and we're going to dry brush it. Now what dry brushing is literally you load the paintbrush, but then you dab some off so it just barely scratches the surface, and then it creates that kind of hint of gold.
Yeah, it looks really cool.
All you do with that brush is you just run it across, and then it creates that kind of distressed aged look. Mm-hmm. And so that is basically how you create the spooky bottle. Now I've painted skulls and put them on top of the lids.
I know, that big one is incredible.
You could actually even decorate a bottle that actually has booze in it and give it as a hostess gift for a Halloween party. That would be really cool.
That is such a good idea. I love that. Well, Madeline, you always have some great DIY tips for our viewers. Thank you so much for joining us virtually this afternoon to share some.
My pleasure. Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween. And don't go anywhere. We're going to post this on our website, klef.com. But before we go to break, let's check in with Adam.